immortal. He was become enlightened. Oh, sorry, it's become nervous when I get recording. because I'm saying something wrong. It's okay. Now become recording. It's permanent. It's permanent record there. Okay. Oh, Han Zhongli, the immortal Han. And is it Han Zhongli? Yeah, I think here the Han Zhongli introduced him to the Tao. I think it's Han. Yeah, and then he just fly to the sky and ride on the what's that, crane, something like that, and it become, a saint. That's all saying. So his story is his background is very mystery in the immortal. He is one of the mysteries, immortal. So that's immortal land. I remember Immortal Land came here, a couple of times, right? Mm-hmm. One time he carried the bucket, the flower bucket, and one time he borrowed a sheep has a string, remember, and asked everybody give the money out, right? No, here. I remember here, a long time ago, everybody gave him the $1. And then the people, and then the Tao's always saying, if you give money, give to the immortal land, you're gonna get good luck. So everybody just swam the immortal land and give him the money and the type of string, and kids just chasing him. Right? It was interesting. Yeah, and I remember it is. Why I remember so much is immortal land when one time I think it's about 10. I remember it's about 10 or 11 years ago, he came, and I was, riding the board, and Immortal Land, just looking, it's eye contact. You feel thrilled, you shocked, you feel, Immortal Land look at me, while he was talking to, class member, and while the Cao is talking to the Dharma, talking in the Dharma class to the class member. So Immortal Land look at me. It was eye contact, and you just been attached. You cannot move. Your sight cannot move because it's eye contact. You cannot just pretend. Okay, I don't see you. I'll try to.
The eye is sparkling.
Yeah,
it's not like normal human.
It's a spot eye. Spot to you. So you cannot move. You cannot say well, right? And then he just what? Yeah, and then he used your hand. Just say to me, come here. Come closer, approach. So he talked to me. He said that, when did you receive the Tao? And how long have you been to receive the Tao? And then, and I say about more than 10 years, 10 years ago. And it was embarrassed to answer, it's 10 years ago. And then he didn't say anything. He just said, he didn't say, okay, you got to catch up. He didn't say that. He just said, you're too slow. You walk too slow. He just said that, very nice and gentle. So we know what does it mean. I know what does it mean. What it really means. So they really, I always remember that in my mind. Yeah, look at the light. Look at the rope, the string. When we take a photo, it's all shiny.
And the shape of the shape of the light is in the coin, those China coins, circles. Because he's got a string of money.
He got a string of all the money, and it's a paper money. Yeah. And then you took a photo. It's like very shiny coin. It's like a shiny gold. Yeah. So it's really amazing. It's really amazing. And he was just 17 years old. When he become, but his faxiang is like this. But when he showed the people, he's like a beggar with the old clothes, broke clothes. He's like our holy teacher, like a little beggar, But people they say that his flower bucket always has 仙丹妙药, some magician. So people take a flower or something. And then the disease goes down, the illness gone. So it's amazing. You can see, you see the back, you see the immortal back string. You see the string, you see the string there.
The money tied to.
Yeah, they tie it in his bag. He just carry that.
Pretty long.
And pretty long string, yes. Right. That's okay. So he really, means something to us, to me. So okay. So then in Ohio, Dharma class, Holy Teacher and Immortal Land, they came together, right? Immortal Land came first, and then they always came after the class of filial piety, and it come the first word that come out is how many classes you have taken, so which classes really impress you? Yeah, so member always answer is a filial piety. And then Immortal Land say that, so Holy Teacher say that he's going to give the Immortal Land to talk first, he's very gentle and nice. He gave Immortal Land talk about first. And Immortal Land say that if the man as a character, if he's a filial, perform the filial piety, he must have a good character. And he cherish all the members in the class, like cherish us. He said that the people, whoever can attend the class, must have a good character, because we are all doing our filial piety. Are we? Right? Yeah, we are. Okay. So today the people can sit here, must be a good character, must have a good character, and very decent people. Then you have the opportunity to sit here, because it's a karma. And in ancient years ago, only emperor can receive the Tao. Yeah. But now we all receive the Tao. Why? Because time is different. Because now it's wide period, right? It's wide period. So the heaven wants to choose the good people and come here to receive the Tao. And the time is really rush. That's why we want to. They give us the opportunity to receive the first, and then we can escape those disaster and calamity. So the time cannot wait. So we have to propagate ourselves and go out to propagate the Tao. To reach out to people to have them receive the Tao. So the first Immortal Land say that. Yeah. So filial piety is the most important. It's the first number one virtue that we have to have it. Okay. So Immortal Land also say that if we want to fulfill our vow and also pay return back to the grace of heaven, then we have to go out to reach people to make our contribution. So they say cannot wait. Only this generation, only this life. Yeah, you have to 一世修一世成. How do you say that? You have to do it in your life, your current life. You only have one chance, right? If you can do your life, this life, enlighten it. That's then you can go back to the permanent heaven. Okay. So we want to go back to the heaven after this life. Okay, that's Holy Teacher said that. Okay, so Immortal Land now. First, Immortal Land can say that. He said that don't misjudge me, because I always dress very very sloppy. The clothes is not Immortal Land said that, well, today's clothes, because 3 talents. Today's clothes is better than what I used to dress. I used to dress the broken, the old dress, but today's dress is nice and clean. I never dressed like this. Okay, my appearance is like a beggar, a small beggar, and very sloppy. But because now we take the grace of the heaven, we receive the grace of heaven, and we can come here, to make our karma together. So he said that the Buddha, the释迦牟尼Buddha, he was a prince, right? The Guanxin Buddha, he was a princess. So being a prince, being a princess, can be a saint and a Buddha. And I, as a beggar, I can be a Buddha too, right? So you want to become a Buddha is not decided by the social status, right? Or decided by our inheritance, right? It's always determined by our mind. We have to cultivate ourselves. We have to be self-confidence. We think ourselves is a Buddha, then we are the Buddha, right? So he said, become a saint and Buddha. It's nothing to do with his title, his position, right? As long as you cultivate, you have good heart, good deeds, always think for others, then you can become a Buddha, right? And very important is you have to bring the happiness to everyone else, not just our relative. You have to bring everybody, bring to the happiness to everybody. So, and also the other important thing is we have to do our job, our duty. Say for example, if you work for the employer, right? You're working, then you have to treat your work, your employer, pay the respect and do the work, do the duty, make it good, right? This is the base. This is the basic, all right? If you are, a kid of the parents, then you have to perform your filial piety, right? If you are parents, you have to treat your kids good. So he asked, parents still here, still alive? Raise your hand. If no, then it's not saying your parents left you, then you don't have to do the filial piety. You still have to do the filial piety because we don't want to disappoint our parents where they are in heaven. So, the more you do it, the more you pay back to the heaven. It doesn't matter. The more you pay back to your parents, it doesn't matter your parents is existing or not. So this is it's called filial piety. So filial piety is really not just pay the filial piety to your parents. We also have to do our job, and then propagate ourselves. That's the filial piety. So filial piety is always, all the saints and Buddha, they come here, they're always talking about the filial piety. And I think they're more focused on the filial piety. And because why? Because right now, all the current world, people lost this virtue. Because they don't think this is very important. It's getting like a fade away. It's getting faded. So we like to always keep that in mind. Filial piety, it's number one virtue, in our good deed. And then Immortal Land always show, I think this is very important. Immortal Land show two ways to make our fate better, or change our fate, or make our life happy. Okay, number one is what? Anybody remember? If you were in the Ohio Temple, Tiananmen. Number one, make our life better, change our fate. Number one is called smiling. Always laugh. And from your bottom of your heart, not just, Chinese say 皮笑肉不笑, just your skin smile, your mind don't smile. Let's call 皮笑肉不笑. Your smile has to be from your bottom of the heart and come out of your face. Very sincerely, yeah. Inside, outside is the same. Okay, so that is a really true smile. So you have to smile. And Immortal Land say that maybe first time you feel it's very hard, then just pretend you make it smile. Maybe start from your face. Immortal Land say that, make a smile just hanging on your face. If you think your life is pitiful, and then you cannot smile, then you have to force yourself, right? Although that's reluctant, but you have to force yourself smile because we have to practice a smile. I try to do this. Every time I go up, I look at the face, I look at the mirror, and then I just pretend smile to myself. Well, today is going to be a good day. And I think the more you do it, the more we practice it, you can feel a smile. It's smile. So every time when I have a oral fight with a lecture Jew, and then
you still have?
No, of course, still have, the oral,
argument.
Fine, argument. It's kind of argument. Like this morning, argument, because, I went to the walk the dog, and then I have the water in the lawn, and then the flowers, so I get home. When I come inside, it was late. It was 8 o'clock, like 8:10. and she was a child, so I just rushed it. I didn't eat a breakfast. And okay, give me 10 minutes. She said she will drive the car because she's a child, she wanted to be here earlier. Then we came like at 8:45, still early, but she was nervous. And then she has, we have an argument. I say, I'm going to get you on time. He said, not on time, it has to be 15, 20 minutes earlier. Okay, so this kind of argument, I say, well, smile. Remember, Immortal Land said, smile. She said, I can smile to anybody else, but not you. Very hard to smile to you. I said, well, okay.
Why did you give her a big word of apology?
That means my smile is not sincere. Like Lecture Jin just said, my smile is not showing the sincerity. So that's why she said that to me. So that's why I have to practice more. And then we have to practice more. The smile is really, smile is not like, it's really smile is like, yes, I'm wrong, but I support you, I agree with you. But my face doesn't show that. Maybe I smile, say like, well, you argue, and I smile, I'm winning, yeah. Right. It's like I'm a winner, you are a loser. That kind of, a mentality is wrong. It's really wrong. When we smile, we say, we love you, okay? We support you, and I'm with you. My heart is with you. That kind of smile, right? So try to practice it, at home. It's hard, it's hard. So that's why number one, Immortal Land say that as long as your face show smiling, then our faith, our family, even our wealth will getting better. And that's very important. Smile. When we come to the temple, even you met the stranger or some member you don't know, we smile to them. Will you? Yes, it's good, right? So when you smile to them, and they will smile back. Sure, I'm pretty sure they will smile back, right? When you go to you go on the street, right? You meet a stranger in the morning, you say smile to them, right? They will smile to you, for sure. Even the dog. You smile to them.
Do dogs smile?
They wag their tail.
Oh, yeah, but they don't smile.
They don't smile. They wag their tail. Yeah.
They cry.
They cry?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you smile, they cry? No. So that's why I'm saying we have to, it's a connection, the relationship, it's a connection, when you smile, the Immortal Land said that everything, everything will getting better and better. Everything will getting better.
She wants to say something.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I have to go to your supermarket, and just right in front of the entrance, very close, there's a dog that was left outside there.
Okay.
I was always a little bit afraid of the dog, and so I remember when you have a smile or you have a very kind face towards the animal,
right.
Like a dog, then probably they can see you as a kind person.
Right.
So I try to smile to the dog, and he didn't even move when I walked past it. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
so,
I see a dog too.
Yeah. So smile.
Well, if they're afraid, they know
I
they're
know,
afraid.
and they always chase me.
Then your smile is not natural. Your smile has to be very nice.
Scared,
Show
they
your
smile.
sincerity. Yeah. Okay. He said that don't say I'm too. Immortal Land said even I'm a don't misjudge me because even I'm a young beggar. But what I have say is I mean it. Right? If you really can do it, really can change your fate and also change our environment, our living environment, make our family better, nice, peaceful, right? And getting more wealth, right? So and our health will be getting better, and every day is happy. So why we have to still have to crinkle our face? Why we have to, right? So number one, smile. Number two, everybody remember? Number two, Immortal Land say that. Number two is think more for others. Always think more for others. Don't just think of for ourselves. Change it. Change the direction. Our surrounding. We have a lot of friends, families. And also we have a lot of people that we don't know. They are strangers. But whatever we see, whoever we see, we know, we don't know, we help them. Benefit them. Do something for them. Do good for them. Let them feel happy. And then if we can share our happiness to somebody else, if we can share our help, to someone else, then we're going to get more, double, sometimes even double and triple happiness will come back to us. Right? Do you understand that? So if we want to make our faith better. We want to make our life better. Then don't be selfish. We have to share out with someone else. Okay. So this is like a Chinese saying, 无言大体同体，无言大慈同体大悲. It's like Chinese. When we share with someone else, we do something for someone else. It doesn't matter. They are our friends or our family members, right? We treat people good, no matter whoever they are, our friends or not. So this is a real contribution. Okay. So make ourselves happy. Number one is more laughing. Okay, smile, more smile. Number two, reach out to help someone else. Always think for others, right? This is two things. The Immortal Land said that. And then Jigong Buddha, our holy teacher, said that, what Immortal Land said that we understand, we memorize it, keep in mind. We have to learn how to reduce our desires, from our heart, like the wealth, the money, like the brand new clothes, right? The ladies, the brand new purse, right? So we when we spend money to buy this thing, these are fake, these are all not real, You bought clothes today, you buy clothes today, you like it, but what about 5 days after, 10 days after, 1 month after? They are old. Do you still like that? Right? You're going to change. Every year, we look at, the Christmas season, everybody they go out to reach to buy the gift or maybe buy some clothes. But what about a year after? You still like it? So the real happiness is not what we own, how much we own. It's how much we can give out. That's a real happiness. So if today we make a donation, we make a contribution, it doesn't matter, 财是法是无也是 is on the money, your speech, you speak, right? And then your work, right? As long as you do it, today you doing the saint's work, you become a saint, right? So this is like a saint in the world, right? So so the holy teacher said that So the holy teacher said that it's when we bow to those saints on the table, it's not because we want to bow them. It's because they are they were being cultivated so good in their life, and then throughout this bow, we want to learn. We want to learn their spirits, and from that, we can learn that and make a contribution to some other people. So this is, there's a say that this will be, that in our future, people will bow to us, but we're not doing for that, But that's the holy teacher said that that's the reason why we bow, to the saints, because we want to learn them, we want to learn their spirit. Okay. And he always said that. I think this is a habit. When I saw this, he said in this country, he dedicated, especially in Ohio, there's a lot of people from, Nepal, a lot of people from Nepal and Cambodia, Burma, and then this country said, in this America, people are so West. They when you go out, especially they just they develop this habit since they are little, right? Look at the party, the kids' party, birthday party. How many food has been dumped into the garbage can, right? They ate half and they throw it out and they go to pick up another new dish, right? That's very bad habit, right? So in this country, because we we get what we want, and we can eat all we can get, right? So we develop this very the West habit, and we don't cherish those good moments, and we got to think about that. What is the true meaning of our life? We got to think about that. I don't know how to change this habit or how to make the kids understand don't waste the food. I think waste the food, when we want to make it more cherished to our life, we have to start from the little, especially the wasting the food. This is very important. I don't know how to do it because education, the school system, they don't teach that. And the school teacher, I think the number one they concern is about the safe, the food safe. Remember the food when they put there like more than 12 hours. Maybe I don't know. You've been in American school, right? When I was here, I was in America. It's already in the graduate school. So, but when I look at my kids, they are in the elementary school, primary school. They all waste the food. The food more than 12 hours, throw it out, right? We should have some system. Especially, we should have the education. To teach the kids, don't waste the food. Don't waste the food. I don't know how, but we just have to do it. And this is going to, when we waste the food, we waste our fortune. We change our fate, because the merit, right? It's accumulated, right? It's like our savings. It's like the money in our savings. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, no, I didn't. I talk much. I'm going to give you to talk about this. Thank you so much. The grace of heaven. Okay, so what I'm saying, it's like a savings, like money in the savings. The more you use it, the less you have. The less you have the money, and this is a fortune or this 福气啊. The more you use it, you're gonna use when we waste the food. When we just dump the food, we don't precious, treasure the food. Then we use our savings, right? One day we're gonna empty our savings, and then the bad fate is going to coming. It's going to come with us, right? I'm not saying just because the bad fate is coming to us, so we want to, but we like to share. Even we have a savings, we like to have this savings to share with some other. Well, this is going to be, higher. We want to share, but the first, we don't waste our savings. The more we can save, the more we get good fate. Okay, so don't waste our food, right? Don't waste everything. Like our good luck, everything. When we have I remember the story shares like it's a three what's it called, three devils, whatever. The devil they want to test the people. So they say the people, they come down. Remember I heard a story. They want to test the people. So those people, they propagate it out. They cultivate it out very very hard. They cultivate it out. Say that the devil come here. The devil come here. They say, okay, I'm going to see how sincere these people they propagate. They cultivated themselves. So first he gave the first people they met. The devil gave him a test. They gave him the hardship, right? Everything is loose, and then very bad life, difficulty, right? And this first people still cultivate down. Even he has a bad life, he has a difficulty. He still, he just forget about those difficulties. The more difficulty he face, and then they still cultivate. So the first devil failed, and the second devil come here. Okay, let me take the turn. So he gave this person what? He gave this people. He gave him his relative, his wife died, his kids died, right? His relative parents died. It's like all the relatives, close members pass away. Is that painful? Tragic, yes, right? He changed his mind to cultivate down. He's still, very focused, cultivate down. So the second devil failed. All right, Now I'll say the third day will come. Let me do it. I know what to do. So what he do is what? What he does is just give him a fortune. He give you what you want. He give you everything. Give you a fortune, give you a wife, give you kids, right? Fame, or give you everything. He changed the mind to cultivate Tao. He's like a wind, boom, blow away. Forget about cultivation. I have a good life. I'm going to do it, right? And this is our mind. And from this story, is like this is our mind. It's very easily when we get the 顺考难啊，就是为什么顺考难 ？It's when we have everything, it's good. It's very hard to cultivate. I'm not saying okay, let's go to take a better life. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that in our life, it's up and down. Life is not a line. Or a smooth curve. No, life don't go like that. Usually don't go like smooth curve. Life is go like
EKG machine.
Yes, EKG machine. Yes, exactly. One day you're gonna hit the top. The second day you're gonna drop to the bottom. It's like the connection of the two dots. Very simple. This is an Apple computer. The Steve Jobs said that life is the connection of two dots. Life is not a curved line. No, never. Life never been a curved line, or even a flat or straight line. No, never. Life is a connection of two dots. One day you're going to hit high. One day, the next day, next moment, next minute, you're going to drop to the bottom, drop to the hell. So unexpectable, so unpredictable. This is life. So then, the only thing we can control is our minds, our mindset. Once we keep our mindset very smooth, right, then life will not bother us. Right? But it's hard. I know it's hard. We need to, practice. So that's why one day we're going to experience good and bad. So, and most of the parts, more than 80% of our life is what? It's always painful, right? It's always painful. That's why we talk about a suffering in our life. So that's very so immortal land. Remind us, don't waste, don't develop a waste habit, cherish our life, think about carefully, what is the true meaning of life, right? Okay, and then also Holy Teacher. I have to talk about the Holy Teacher. Okay, so the Holy Teacher say that Immortal Land just give us a song, okay? And remember, this is the first time. I don't know. It's the first time. I think it's the first time Holy Teacher sing the song in the Dharma class.
He
sang the song without melody.
No, I've seen him sing.
He's seen
Once.
other.
Yeah,
The other three tenors. The other twin tenor. The other tenor.
I mean, in other temples too.
Another temple
He
too.
sang over here.
Yeah.
He sang here too.
He sang here once,
Yeah.
I think.
Because sometimes the song people are not
Don't know,
familiar
yeah,
with,
don't know.
so he had to teach
Yeah.
them with the tune.
Right. So he thanked the Immortal Land, gave us the song, and he said, "This is a gift, right? It doesn't matter the gift, what's the gift inside, but it's the mind, the heart, right? Because the heart from Immortal Land is very, sincere. Okay." All right. So he also said, talking about the story, the life we can, sometimes we're gonna face our daily life. He said, if we want to make a phone call, usually when we go out to make a phone call on a payphone, now we have an old cellular phone, but in the old time we have to go out to the payphone, right? And then we don't have any money, right? So if people give you the money, give you $1 or a quarter, right, to make a phone call, to make a emergency call, then what do you feel about this quarter? Right, so this is quarter. It's like it's your life savings, right? In a quarter, when you pick up a quarter, you don't feel it's important. But when you don't have money to make a call and a payphone, the quarter is life saving. So this is a special feeling. It's different, right? Okay. So they say, the Holy Teacher said, the heart is very important. If your heart is not sincere, not decent, then you spread out. Whatever you spread out, the influence will be limited, right? The people who you receive will feel limited, will feel different too. So if you are a good person, what are you going to say? So that's why always keep our heart, our mind very pure and decent, and nature from our Buddha, from our nature of our Buddha nature. So they said. So the heart is very important. I don't know. You talking about a Heart Sutra? Maybe Lecturer Jean talk about Heart Sutra.
Yeah, I think we
Before
covered
we
it.
cover.
You talk about Heart Sutra. Okay, the Heart Sutra. I printed out. The Heart Sutra. The first word is what? The first sentence.
Reflect.
观自在菩萨. So it's what reflecting our true self, right? And the Buddha was reflect our true self. And the second sentence, whoever remember the second sentence in English? So the first is reflect always. It's a heart, the Heart Sutra. The first two is very important. The first two or three is very important. The first one is always reflect upon ourselves, right? 观自在菩萨, always self, look at our true self. And the second word is 恒生般若波罗蜜多时. It's while moving in the deep course of a perfect understanding. That's how they translate. I don't know if this makes sense to you. Just while you move, while we experience move in the deep course of perfect understanding. Does that make sense to you?
So go deep into our.
Go deep into yourself, and then go. Especially when we move, it's not just thinking. Always practice. Yeah, when you practice in the deep course of perfect understanding, we have to perfect understanding that Buddha nature, and then. We're going to see what? And then 照见五蕴皆空. We're going to see the 5 forms or 5 skandhas, right? Lecture Jean?
Yeah,
Okay? Yeah, when light on the 5 skandhas, it's 5 forms. 五蕴啊，色受想行识啊, right? Form, reception, think, you can reception, yeah. Sensation, conception, perception, and then consciousness.
You could say, mental formation and then consciousness.
And conscious. This is 5 skandhas, right? When the shed light on the 5 skandhas and found these 5 skandhas equally empty. This is very, this is Xinjing. There's 3 words. The 3 sentences is mostly important. You can because we have 5 skandhas every day, every moment, every thinking, every moment we have 5 skandhas, right? So how do we control our heart? Or how can we control our mindset? These 5 skandhas always bothers us, burdens us, right? But when we use our Buddha nature to understand this perfect and the light on these 5 skandhas, we're going to find them equally emptiness. Equally emptiness doesn't mean nothing, right? How do you explain the equally emptiness? Kai?
It's not that it doesn't exist. See, there's a difference.
Yeah.
When we say empty, so when we say 空 or
Yeah.
真空, does not mean that nothing exists. Doesn't mean that. It just means that it's not everlasting. It's not true in the sense that it's eternal. 不是常啊，不是有常有啊。
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It exists because it's due to causality, right? But
Yeah.
then when the causality is done, disappears.
Right.
Disappears. So 是无常. So all these is 无常. Okay. So that's why we say it's empty. Another way of saying is it has no self. 无自啊，无主啊，没有自啊，没有 self nature. Yeah. The only thing that has self is what? Buddha nature.
Buddha
That's
nature.
it. That's the only thing. Everything else has no self. 所以它就是不是真. That's why we don't consider that true. So they say it's empty, 空. They use the word 空 to describe that.
Conditional.
Yeah, you can say it's conditioned, right? It's conditioned. What's the condition? Causality. 因果. That's what creates, right?
Cause and
somebody
effect.
create this.
Cause and
Even
effect.
the cosmos, 宇宙,
Yeah.
causality. You know that?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so
yes,
that's the
I
same
agree.
idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And then the fourth sentence is pretty much make this the end of this this sutra. So after this penetration, 就是度一切苦厄, we use that true Buddha nature, and then 照见, when we the light on these 5 skandhas, we found they are all equally emptiness, right? And then after this understanding, after this penetration, then we overcome all ill being. 度一切苦厄.
Transcend the suffering.
Transcend. You can say transcend you can say transcend the suffering. Transcend the. We can say this is to transcend the person's and death. In the element, in the end, then we have the 求道. Sure, we gotta go to 求道. So that's what I said. So we can overcome all this 苦厄. How do you say 苦厄? Ill, pain, difficulty. All it's not just like that.
Affliction, suffering,
Affliction.
Because that involves positive and negative. You know that affliction. Most people think it's negative, but it's also both.
Also positive too. Also, it's just nothing. Just
It's about what?
yeah.
It's an affliction too. You know that.
Yeah. So okay. So this is the fourth. I'm just saying the four sentences. This is, and then after that, because talking about the Sariputra, 舍利子. They're talking about 舍利子. Because explain that, and I can explain, nothing, just explain really what is emptiness, about. Okay. So the Holy Teacher, same. Holy Teacher said that the mind, our hearts, is very important. Every moment we have to understand what we are thinking. Every moment we have to understand what we are thinking. What is our mind? What is that thought? Understand, be aware what we are thinking, and then we will understand what we have done is wrong, is correct or wrong. We have to understand the truth, the really behind that thought is what, and then we will know what we have acted or what we have done is correct or wrong, right? So we listen to, the people always say, okay, the teacher, Holy Teacher said that, I understand that, I've been listening to this, 20 years, 30 years. But this time when we come to listen to Holy Teacher say that, we have to understand what is really behind that. And then we learn that, that true meaning, and then we can read off our 贪嗔痴, greed, ignorance, and anger, right? So can read off that. And then people like to compare, right? We always compare. We order to compare to what I have, what you have, right? And we get anger. Just let it slow away. Then our true self, our true, the character will show up. And then people will ask, I just forget what I just thought. I have no mind. What I'm saying is it's not absent-minded. It's just what I have thought maybe something, but now I all forgot. Okay? Do you understand that lecture Jin talking about that's 空? 那老师说的，他说我连我刚刚在想什么都不知道了。I forgot what I just thought. I totally forgot. Is that good? It's not absent-minded. Okay?
Just let it go.
It's just let it go. Everything's gone. What I have maybe yes, we cannot avoid thinking some other things. Our mind is like a flying horse, right? Or like a wind. It's go here, go there. But then when it comes back to ourselves, and then what I have got, I have forgotten what I have thought. Right? This is the Holy Teacher said. Can we do that? And then if we can do that, even ourselves don't know what we are thinking, what we were thinking, or what we had thought. Do you know 有这种人吗? Is there any like this person?
Like living in the moment. Let's just be in the moment.
The good thing is, like you said, live in the moment. When things pass, just don't decide in the happening. But there are people who are forgetful too.
Yeah, that's the other.
Alzheimer.
Well, other people say there's different meanings. I think they say that's just so. Yeah, but okay, forget about this part. What I'm saying is, we got to focus on the Buddha nature, and then Holy Teacher also say that when we go out, we find someone need help. They are really in need. Then can we help them? Can we try ourselves, try our best to help them? Because we have the good heart. We have the mercy heart. So that's why we want to reach them and help them, and keep every moment, every opportunity to do this good deed, right? If we can keep this moment, precious, treasure this moment, we can do good for others. Then we accumulate our fortune, our merits. We accumulate our merits, right? That's how Holy Teacher said that. So cultivation is try to restore or find back this Buddha nature, like a 赤子之心, like a innocence, original pure mind, right? So when kids were born, they're very pure, right? They're hungry, they cry. They feel bad, they cry, right? When they think of something bad, they cry. It's very pure, right? So, but now, when we have something not our, against our mind, then especially when people talk some word that I just don't want to hear or I don't like to hear, then what? Then we have the response, or we just keep in mind. But the Holy Teacher said that we have to 解读, we have to
detox.
No. Don't do that.
Yeah, how do we interpret the people's action or thought led against us? How do we interpret? Interpret how? How do we interpret? We just come to our response just come out our mouth or our action. But can we interpret this is a good thing? Maybe this is good to us, right? So how do we change the mindset, right? Use the different angle. Use the different angle to interpret this the thought or action. Can we do that? 转念啊. Sure. 5 minutes. Okay. All right. So that's how we change our minds. Okay. And the people who say the word to us, maybe we don't like to hear that. It happened moment. People said something to us, and we interpret it to the bad. But the person who who spoke out, they really don't mean that. But we interpret that way. It happened all the time, right? It happened all the time. So then we come out of bad words. Sometimes we come out bad words. Sometimes we come out bad action, and then we fight back, and then the relationship becomes sour, and the bad words is going to take you long time, to let them understand it, right? So that's why, how do we interpret? Always, 孔子说三思而后行. Always think twice. When you do something, when you say something, think twice. Maybe twice, maybe three times, maybe 3 times. Means that. No, so that means that interpret. How do you interpret especially when people mistreat us? Oh, they don't really mean that, but we thought, yeah.
At the same time, a person's perception of something, a situation, might be different and they don't really mean anything.
They don't really mean that,
You know?
yes.
So, but it's just their view on whatever it is
Right.
at the moment. So.
Right. Yeah. So that's the we have to understand all the people coming from different background. I remember I went to the Chengxun Suyuan, the transmitter. Yeah, he was saying all the people they coming from different background. They're living. They don't live the same environment like us. Especially come to America, right? People from different country. How can you expect the people they would think the same way as you do? It's hard, especially when you get married, the couples, from different country or different area. How do you expect, right? So this is like you have to cultivate 10 years. It's 10,000, 1,000 years. The karma, the 1,000-year karma. Then you can make a couple, right? So he said that, even before marriage, you say that, without you, I'm going to die. Yeah, and then after you met. And after marriage, you say, with you, I'm going to die.
Did you say that?
She said that. I didn't say that. Before marriage, without you, I'm dying without you. And then, I'm dying with you.
That is so funny.
Yeah, so the people change so dramatically fast. Why? Because the mind. So why we have to interpret it. We don't let this, the accumulative, keep accumulated. Yeah. So that's why we have to don't use the bad perception or bad judgment to interpret the others give to you something like that. Okay. So this is the holy teacher said that. So always keep positive. Then people will like to approach you, like to make friends with you. Always keep positive. Keep positive energy. Like in the company, right? You work with your colleague. We do something with your colleague, your employer or your boss or your subordinate. We always has to keep good positive energy. Keep positive, always positively. Okay, so that's because we have accumulated a few life, then that's why we have the karma. So that's holy teacher say that. Okay. If I say something incomplete,
No, aren't you going to continue after?
No, done.
You're not?
Done. Done. Plan. Done.
How come it's so short?
So I say something incomplete, and then now I ask grace of heaven, forgive me, and thank you so much. Right? It's short, but I think it's about right.